How would I record it and upload it and send it to you on in a YouTube link?
I sure that works great too, yeah.
Okay. All right. Back in. Okay, so here's the code. And again, some things I understand, some things I don't. I just picked up from YouTube videos. This,
Right.
I don't remember what this does. It has something to do with when your mouse goes over something, it allows it to execute code based on the mouse being over it. I don't
Okay.
even use it now, but it's there. This is another word I don't quite understand. This means I focus on this. This is what we're doing right now, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure why it gets added a lot, but it does. So anyway, this stop means, this is an animation and we're going to make it stop in the first frame. So it's not going to play anything else. That's all. So that's really not important. Now, everything you want to do, you're going to declare yourself a variable for. So later I'm going to want wins, which is like how many answers did you write on this level? So
Right.
myself a variable and we can count that up later. This is seconds left for the countdown of the clock. This is saying that whatever we describe as score will go up on the screen as the score. It'll replace the number that's there.
Right.
And then these are final screens. You'll see them later. Level is first clicking through from first level to fourth level.
Mm-hmm.
Array. Now here are your arrays. This is where the answers are going to be, and I'll add the answers in later. All right, I'm going to skip over a lot of this. It'll make more sense later. These are just characters I'm going to bring out of the library. This is what it's called in the library. I'm bringing it out of the library, telling it where to be placed on the screen. I'm making it invisible by turning the alpha to 0, and then adding this event listener. So when this does become visible and I click on it, it'll activate this little program here, or this function, check results.
Right.
And here's some other buttons that I'm doing the same with, the next button and stuff. This will be the first intro screen. I'll show you that. This maybe makes sense. Starting. So now I'm just activating the game itself. Oh, come on already. Why take so long? Oh, shit. Okay, so can you see the game right now? Or no, probably not.
No.
Okay. Okay, so this is what I call intro screen. This comes in at first, gives you the rules, and click anywhere in here and you go to the beginning.
Right.
In the beginning, now you're going to drag and drop. This is my generic version, so I just have answer and question.
Mm-hmm. And the timer goes on. Okay.
Timer goes, right. So the fact that you want to get them all right, of course. I'm going to try and get them all right. Oops. Okay, they're worth 20 points apiece. There's 8 questions. I got 160, which means I got them all right. I got 27 seconds left on the clock. Now it'll take that 27, and because I got them all right, multiply it by 2 and add that to my score when I say add bonus.
Okay.
If I had gotten one wrong, it would have been just the 27 added. If I got no right, then you don't get any bonus at all.
Right. Okay.
And then hit the next button and it goes to the next screen. Here's your intro and there's the next screen. So okay. Okay, so let's see how that happens. So this is just variables I'm introducing at the beginning. This is something you need to know. So here are all the level 1, I guess you don't need to know it. Here are all the level 1 variables. So I just named them all A level 1, number 2, all the way through number 12. So there are 12 answers for the first level. And there are 12 questions for the first level.
Right.
And in the library, over here, They're just labeled A1 through A12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, although once you get to A9, or I missed it, A19, A19 is going to skip because now it's A110, so it ends up at the bottom of all the A's. A110, 11, 12. And your questions are down here. And the code is such that as long as you line up the correct answer with the right question, it'll score it correctly.
Okay.
So let's see how that works. All right, so here I'm just loading all my questions and answers in from the library. And they're all going into an array. So question 3 array. So an array is just between brackets, you're putting each of these little guys in there. And now you can access them anytime you want. Okay, so once you click on that level, it starts, and we tell ourselves it's level 1. We're going to randomize the questions and answers. So you're going to take all those answers and randomize them, take all the questions and randomize them. And then you're going to place the answers up on the board on the bottom and place the questions on the board on the top. Now, here's how we place the answers. Basically, I'm going to grab this starts out as 1. So I'm going to grab the first element out of the answer 1 array, and I'm going to put it up on the board in this position, and they all come out, right? So the point is, you've got 12 answers, you randomize them, so when you put them on the screen, they always come out in a different order. And that way the player isn't going to memorize where the answer is. You have to look and read every time. Same thing with the question. After you've randomized it, you're only going to take 8 out of the 12 questions and place them up above. So you've got some answers at the bottom that aren't going to be helpful to you. And again, and the questions are scrambled, so they come out in different order. Again, what I'm trying to get away from there is if you've got the same questions in the same places and the same answers in the same places, after the first time through, you're not reading the question. You're just saying that one goes there, that one goes there. So now you have to read the question.
All right.
So that's how the questions and answers are put out. And we set our clock to 0. We turn the check button on. Okay, remember earlier we made it alpha equals 0. Now it's alpha equals 1, so it shows up. Then we start the timer. And then where's our timer? So here's our timer here. So this basically turns on every second. Timer ID, that's the name of our timer. It will, every 1,000 milliseconds, every second, it'll go to countdown. Countdown then will say, is there any time left? If there's no time left, then we get rid of the check button and we stop the clock and we grade the answers. If there is time left, you subtract 1 from your time and change the time up on the screen. Okay.
All right.
Mostly, 59 times you do this and the last time you do that. I don't know. So anyway, and then this has to do with checking the results of the answers. Okay, it's going to check, is the question aligned with the answer? Is A12 with Q12? And we know it's aligned because it's basically question plus or minus 60 of where it should be compared to the answer. So your questions here is the answer plus or minus 60 pixels of that space. So if they don't drop it exactly where it needs to be, it'll still get picked up. And then add bonus, if you got them all right, 8 wins, double the seconds left and you add that. If you got none, you get nothing. If wins are not 0, then you just add the seconds left. So then if seconds are 0, you get nothing. I don't know. So anyway, once you do that, then you get rid of everything on the screen and you put new stuff up on screen. Okay, we're going to randomize the second level, place the second level of answers, and place the picture up, because the second level is always going to be a picture with drag and drop. So the
Do you
old,
have to put anything in the brackets, like where it says randomized 2? Do you have to put like 1 in the brackets to initiate it, or
put
just
something,
leave it like that?
you mean put something here where my cursor is?
Yeah, yeah.
If you did that, what would happen? Like, say, seconds left. I could do this. Seconds left.
Mm.
And that would pass the variable seconds left to that function randomized 2. We don't need that, so we're not going to. So in general, if you're not passing variables between functions, you just leave it empty, and it just lets
Okay.
it know it's a function. Okay, so when it hits this randomized 2, when the computer hits randomized 2, it comes down here and does this function.
Mm-hmm.
And this just randomizes it. So anyway, that in general is the code, and then it just repeats over and over again for the 3 other levels.
Right.
And at the end, I just say, all right, place the final screen, and the final screen says, if you like your score, submit it. If you don't, refresh. Eventually, I want to code this so it will save your score and let you play it again while keeping your old high score, and then you could compare them. I haven't gotten to it yet, and I need it up by tomorrow, or next week. So, okay, so that's generally the code. And again, I know I went through that fast, and you probably didn't follow it very well. But look through it, see if you can make sense of it. Any questions you have, let me know, and I'll help you get up to speed on that coding. But what I want you to do for this project, though, is change the questions and change the variables. So I will give you a file like this. I'm working on game 1 because it's due next week, but I'll give you a file like this for game 2. So you'll take that generic game and then change the variables for the change what's in the variable, and then boom, the whole thing's coded at that point. So I'll show you how that's done. So this is like level 1. This is what the first question should be in level 1. So I'm just going to copy that. And then
I can't see the screen, by the way. I'm just seeing the same animated screen.
Right. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting. Okay. So this is what I'm going to send you, which is basically I'll send you Cell Bio Game 2 questions and answers. So these are all the questions, and they're numbered like the variables are.
Great.
And after that are all the answers. And then I'll be like level 2. Level 2, you're only going to have answers, no questions. Level 3 will be questions and answers, and level 4 will be just answers, because levels 2 and 4 are always going to be a picture. So you won't need that. Okay, so you'll have this. So I'm going to outline it. I'm going to copy it. Then I'm going to go back here. And here's my level 1. There's level 1. I'm going to zoom in on that. And now, oops, I will replace the question with the question from the from the Word page. Okay. And I'm just going to go through and replace all these questions. Then I'll go to the answers and do the same thing, replace the answer. So this was adding subunits while they're removed. So we all know that is treadmilling. And then once you add that answer, center it on the little square.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go use this button to get you back to normal. Okay. Now, some of these answers may be bigger than that little square, so you'll have to go up to text and change the size so it'll fit.
Right.
And that's about all there is to it. I'll send you the questions and the answers, open that Word file and just change them out.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I want to do 3 of these for cell biology. If that goes well, then we can do them for every other class I do, because I don't know,
Yeah.
These games, they're a lot of fun. Let me show you the most recent. One I'm going to give you guys next week. It's not quite done yet. Find it here. Biggest problem I'm having now is figuring out how to get them up on a website. The website I've been using has been really crappy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I need to work that out this weekend too. Okay, so here's cell bio game 1. Causes microtube nucleation in vitro. That would be our grips. The axonema. Microfilament would be phalloidin. That would be cofilin. Microtubule would be Taxol. Gene activated by. I'm gonna get one wrong just so that you can see. You know I never make mistakes. You know that about me. I'm gonna get a couple wrong. Oof. Okay, so this shows you what happens when you get one wrong. The correct answer goes there. And now I got 70, which is like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 minus 30. So you get plus 20 for the right ones, minus 10 for the wrong ones. And again, that keeps people honest, so they're not just, you could just say, you just keep saying check and it will grade you and you can get this time bonus. Well, no, you can't. I don't know. That'll make sense as you go through. But anyway, I'm going to add my bonus, which would be 92. Yep. Go to the next stage. Okay, this is 4.1 and Chiron. Spectrum. Oops. Nope, that's 4.1 there. And 2. Dynein. The B-tubule. Radial spoke. You can see how radial spoke ended up smaller in text.
Yeah.
Because it didn't quite fit. Oh my God, I got them all right. Add my bonus. Next. And then I haven't finished this one, so these are just generic. So that's in general how the game goes.
Okay.
Make sense?
Cool. Yeah, it makes sense, yeah.
Okay. So this weekend, hopefully I'm going to finish Cell Bio 1 game. And then Monday, I will get answers for 2 and send them to you, questions and answers. And then you can have a go with that, okay?
All right. So just to go over what we just did, I'm opening the code box and I'm switching it in there.
No, you don't have to deal with the code at all. Just go right.
Okay.
Let me share again. You can do it 2 different ways. One is you can go to the library over here.
Yeah, okay.
And just double click on the thing and it will be the only thing here and you can deal with it here. Or you could just stay on the main screen, double click on it there. You can do it right here.
Right, okay. And just type it in and then adjust the size of the box and stuff. Okay.
Yep. The questions hopefully are not going to go too long. If they do, you just let me know and I'll change the question. I'll change the wording because I don't want the text to get any smaller for those.
Okay.
All right. Sound good?
Yeah, sound good so far, yeah.
Okay. So really appreciate your help on this. We can get a lot of work done this semester. And I would like eventually to make the game better. I mean, my old style games had a lot more cool stuff added, like there was sound and just a lot of really cool stuff. But I'm just learning how to do this programming, so it's a long curve.
Yeah, understood. It looks good so far. I think it would help though, because I just learned something. So yeah.
There you go. Yeah, the games really help because it's like you do it once and you might learn a little something, but you want to get a better score, so you do it again and again and again and again, and eventually, you're doing it just to get the score, but you're learning along the same along.
Yeah.
Let me show you one more thing real quick. The last screen. Oops, where am I? Share temp. Okay, damn it. Where the hell am I? Here we are. Okay, share. Okay. So let's just go to the last screen. You can see how the correct answers jump up there after you're done.
Yeah.
You didn't know you would figure it out. Okay, so here's the last screen. So whatever score you get, you just look here to find out how many bonus points you get. So those bonus points will go right on your next exam, basically. So I found in the generic game, I could easily get in the 900 to 950. I haven't done it with actual questions yet. So if anybody gets more than 1,000, they're godlike. I will give them whatever they want because I don't think it's doable.
All right. But like the only thing that I'm thinking about, right, is on the first screen where we have like level 1 in a box, level 2, level 3, level 4. And I have to switch this stuff. But am I switching like just for that? The switching I'm doing is just to like randomize it, like vary it.
I'm sorry, can you say it again?
Like, okay, for level 1, right? They have the answers there in the box. They have this, and then they have the boxes in white here, right?
Right.
I'm supposed to go in and basically switch to the other thing, but I'm saying like, am I randomized? Like, would that essentially randomize the questions, or what is it exactly? Like, I'm switching in the box. Or...
No, you don't. You don't want to. Let me. So here you are. You want to keep your Q12 from your Microsoft Word page the same as this Q12 answer. Okay.
Right.
And then, and then you're keeping this A12 answer exactly what I tell you to be, because then in the end, the program knows how to connect those two together to see if they're close to each other, so they're correct.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's basically it. Should be good, yeah.
Okay, good. And you can access the file. You've got the program. Play around with this weekend if you want and see what you can do. I've got some sounds in the library, so here's something you can do if you want, just for the hell of it, for your own use. Go to like Google and say how to JavaScript add sound, and a bunch of things will come up and they'll show you what code to use to make the sound work. And the sounds are there in the library, so
okay, cool.
We're playing with.
All right. That'll be good stuff. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. I'll load this up on YouTube and send it to you.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
All right, later.